Hey everyone, my name is Susan Henson, and I just kind of want to talk to you about what I've learned over this semester, most importantly with these last modules. A lot of self-reflection. I really enjoyed this class. I overall had to take a look at myself and how I coach, and mostly I think I got a lot from the video by Coach Drew. I'm just gonna quote what he says. There wasn't a day where every day everything was handed to me. And he talked about how, as a coach, there were times he had to paint the fields and go out and do hands-on. And that really hit home for me because a couple times I want to throw myself a little pity party. Why am I always having to do this? And I'm the coach. I shouldn't be having to do these things. And it just kind of makes me realize I'm not the only one that has been in the trenches. I have painted fields, did all the lines. I've got there before basketball games and had to set up the clock and, figure out where everyone was gonna sit, as well as where's my scorekeeper. Like, yes, as a coach, everything is not handed to you. And just hearing someone else talk about that on a video, it kind of like wakes you up. Quit having yourself a pity party, Other people have been there, done that. Get over yourself. So that's kind of what stuck out the most in this module. Instead of like patting myself on the back, it kind of shook me a little bit. Another thing that he said was building relationships and how it has to be a foundation. And it's so important because you're going to meet so many different coaches from all over. And the best thing you can do is build a relationship with them, because years down the line, chances are you're going to look to them and you're going to want something, you're going to need some more information. They can guide you, they can help you. It can be like a spider web. They branch out, and the people they know, they connect you to them and vice versa. For instance, this past season, I didn't have a shoe rep. And whenever I was at one of the games, I just went up to the coaches and said, hey, I really like that y'all have a team shoe. We haven't had a team shoe in a while. Who's your rep? How can I get in touch with them? And just simple talk like that can cause a spiderweb effect. And it's just an awesome thing for coaches to not just be centered on themselves, but know that they do need help, and they can reach out to others as well. One of the things, what is one area about coaching in high school or the youth age that you want to know more about? My thing is, where do they get these refs from? Do they have to learn anything? That's been my biggest challenge. I recently been coaching flag football, and it's a new sport for me. But as a coach, what do? The first thing I do is look at every single rule. I highlight, I'm in the rule book, I'm making notes on the side of my page. And I get out there to coach a game, and it's nothing like I planned. Because why? For the first 3 quarters, I feel like I am coaching the refs. No, I'm explaining to them, that's not what it says in the rule book. And for 3 quarters, I'm saying, that's not the correct ball placement. So my question is, where do they get the refs? And what kind of training? That's going to be my next goal. Should I become a referee? Just kidding. The biggest hesitation for coaching at a college level. I have only coached youth football. I had to coach youth cheer because there were no volunteers at the time. I have coached high school basketball and girls flag football, all varsity levels. My biggest challenge or fear about coaching at a college level, I would have to say, is change. I'm kind of set in my ways I guess. And I guess at a college level, you're kind of scared. You don't do your job, you get fired. So I guess my biggest fears would be change and failure. Um, Definitely, because I've never been fired before. That would be a humbling experience, I guess, as well. The top reason I have for pursuing college level coaching, discipline. So what I've seen, because I often go to games and I reach out to college level coaches just to see if I can take my high school girls there just as a learning experience. I do it every year. So this year, what I notice more at the college level is discipline. The coach isn't holding their hand. The coach isn't like babysitting them. These girls are disciplined. And I think that's a big reward, if someone was thinking about coaching at a college level, is you don't have to go in and hold their hand and tell them everything step by step by step. These girls come in, they're disciplined, they're willing to work, and they know what it takes to be the best, and they want to be the best. They know that their scholarship, if they have one, could be taken by the next person. So they know they have to work hard. At a high school level, it could be just fun for the person, the individual, and so they're not willing to make that sacrifice. What is one area where you wish you knew more about coaching in college? Let's see. The coach, they're there to help develop the players, to implement strategies in the game. I want to know who holds them accountable. If they miss a practice, who's their backup? I just don't know where the chain of command comes in line with college and coaching. So given the opportunity, and probably even during the internship, if I have the opportunity to intern with a basketball coach, that'd probably be one of the things I would ask. Reflecting on my confidence ratings, from the beginning of this semester to now, I feel pretty confident. Before I was like, maybe a 7, but now I'm probably a 9. I feel confident in the areas that we have learned, and some of the skills I have developed over this semester, and just all the knowledge that has been poured in from watching the videos and watching other coaches during their interviews. A lot of good information. The things that will tailor my future in coaching is my practices. They're going to have direction. I want to be able to match my athletes with their skill level, their strengths. I want to get to know them and their aspirations. Just really get more on an individual level with all my athletes, so I can get to know their objectives. So if I have a 10th grader, is their objective going to be to play college ball? How can I help them? I want to definitely, one of the things I have to do is polish my communication and what I'm saying. I want it to be more effective. Sometimes I'm too direct and just say, this is how it's going to be and you got to learn it. And if you don't, then you can just sit here. I don't want to be that coach. I want to be more positive. I want to have patience. And I know that communication is something I'm going to continuously work on. Just in general, being overall better. It's going to help me as a coach. Navigating differences within my team, as a coach, that's been a challenge this year. We've had to integrate girls from different areas. So constructing a new team for flag football, we pulled girls from every sport. So just integrating them as a team and the cohesion. I think has been better for me, and that's been good, and I want to take that forward. Engaging in services beyond coaching. So this is my last aspect that I'm going to work on continuously, and it's something that this semester has proven that I need to work on. So I'm going to try to take a more inspirational approach, especially outside of my coaching. I don't just want my athletes to know that it stops after the season. I want them to feel confident and know that they can come to me with everything, that I'm going to be able to push them to be better people. Just really, this whole semester learning has been great, and I hope to take all this forward. And again, one of the best things that I have taken from this whole semester, from this course, is do not throw yourself a pity party just because you're a coach and you have to do more than what is set in black and white for you to do. Sometimes you do have to be in the trenches. Sometimes you do have to set up a concession stand. Do everything you do with a cheerful heart. Thank you.